The heart monitor beeped in jagged bursts. Each sound a warning I couldn't process fast enough. My son was only 11, too small for all the tubes, the machines, the cold antiseptic air. The doctor's words were clinical, sharp, severe fall. But I called it what it really was, a mystery. No one had seen him fall. The school claimed he had slipped from a second-floor railing. My careful, cautious boy never climbed railings. While I stood there, trying to inhale through the sterile haze, my phone rang. It was my father. "Your brother's promotion party is tonight. Don't embarrass us." I whispered, "Dad, my child, he's fighting for his life." "He'll be fine," he said, tone flat, detached. "Family comes first." Family. I hung up, rage coiling in my chest. Hours later, after the sedative began to work, my son stirred. His eyes flickered open, dazed, searching. I leaned closer, holding his tiny hand. "Hey, buddy, you're safe." His lips trembled. "Dad, we have to leave." "What?" My heart froze. Grandpa said it'll hurt me again if I tell. The word struck me like ice. Cold, weightless, paralyzing. But it already drifted back into sedation, fingers tightening around mine once before going limp. I sat there, watching, listening to every beep as if the machines could speak the truth. My father, the man who raised me on silence and bruises, who measured love in control and punishment. I convinced myself he'd changed over the years. But that night shattered the illusion. Every memory of him, the restraining hand on my shoulder, the cold smiles at family dinners, the obsession with control, flashed before my eyes. And then my son's voice replayed, venomous and undeniable. "He'll hurt me again if I tell." I didn't confront him immediately. Men like my father thrived on emotion. I waited. I asked quiet questions, to my wife, to the school, to my brother. The story fell apart quickly. The fall happened during a weekend my son spent at my parents' house, a so-called bonding trip. The school story was a cover-up. My brother, half drunk, confirmed it, not to make a scene. Those words, I'd heard them before, whispered when I was 7, locked in the basement for spilling milk. And now they haunted my son. Rage flared, but I controlled it. Noise wouldn't help. I became strategic. I requested hospital security footage. Deleted. I combed through my father's emails, payments to a private clinic for behavioral correction. Behavioral correction. He hadn't been helping my son. He had been breaking him. The night of my brother's promotion party, I arrived. Suit, tie, perfect smile. My father stood at the center of the room, drink in hand, laughing, hand on my brother's shoulder, the same hand that had left marks on our childhoods. "I knew you'd come," he smirked. "You always say, family comes first." I replied softly. He chuckled. "Now you sound like me." "I hope not," I said. As the speeches ended, I triggered the AV system. Instead of the planned family montage, the screen lit up with footage I had recovered. A nurse's accidental recording in the hospital hallway. My father dragged my son down a corridor. The boy struggled, screamed, cried. A slap echoed. Gasps filled the room. For the first time, fear showed in my father's eyes. He lunged for controls. I stepped forward. "Don't," I whispered. "It's already live." "You don't know what you're doing," he gasped. "Oh, I do," I said. "You taught me never to embarrass the family. Now everyone will see the man you really are." My brother recoiled. Colleagues avoided eye contact. The empire my father had built on fear began to crumble before everyone who mattered. I leaned in, whispering to him alone, "I forgave you for what you did to me, but not for my son." He trembled. His control, his power, gone. I didn't press charges. I didn't need to. The footage spread. His board forced his resignation within hours. His name erased. My brother cut ties. My mother stayed silent, as always. A week later, I visited my son. He was healing, smiling. "Did you make him stop?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "Can we go home now?" We did. As we drove past the old house, I didn't look back. That place had never been home. It was a graveyard of obedience. And the man who built was already buried. by the truth by exposure, and by my refusal to let history repeat.